Oh, hey everybody, how are you doing? Happy Thursday. I am very excited because today I'm joined by 3 big netball stars from the England team, and we're going to do 30-minute, 40-minute session. Don't be afraid, it's not going to be any more difficult than usual. I understand from them that they haven't done any Pilates, so it will be really nice to coach them for the first time. We have first up Jade, who plays centre.
Hello.
Hey Jade. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining today. You play centre, don't you? So
Yeah.
You obviously have to do a lot of training, but Pilates isn't something that's in your training at the moment, is it?
No, and I'm known for being very inflexible, and so I need this recovery session. I think it'll be good for me. Might kickstart my Pilates career and keep me going another couple of years. So that'll be nice.
Awesome. Oh, well, it's good to have you. And then next we have Sophie, straight from Louise. Hello. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. And you're a goal attack. You play goal attack, don't you?
Yeah, I play goal attack and wing attack. Maybe goal attack.
Awesome. How often would you train? Like, how often would you do fitness and training, and what sort of training do you do?
So we're usually on court 3 times a week, and then on top of that we have 2 to 3 weight sessions, a conditioning session and a recovery session.
Okay, nice. Oh, well, this will be a bit of a conditioning session, so it will add to your week. And then finally we have Imogen Allison, who hey Imogen.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Yeah, good, thank you.
And again, you've never done Pilates either, have you?
No.
You're new to it. And wing defense, am I right?
Yeah, wing defense centre, yeah.
Awesome. And again, likewise, so regular training, more strength work, conditioning, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Pretty much the same as Soph, being at Team Bath together. So
yeah.
Do you guys live in Bath? Or...
Yeah.
Yeah. Really nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so should we get going?
Yeah.
Do it. Guys, so everyone who's joining us, just like usual, you just need some space. If you've got a mat, then just grab your mat. And you don't need any equipment today, so we will get going. So we're going to start standing, and we're going to start standing in a lunge position. So we're going to have our right leg forward and our left leg back. So just look down and just check that you've got your right knee tracking above your right ankle. And I just want you to take your left leg a little bit further back than necessarily feels comfortable. And then I want you to just lean slightly forward. Okay? And as you lean slightly forward, I now want you to feel like you're sticking your bottom out a little bit. So you're creating more of an arch in your lower back. Okay, and then I want you to bend that front knee a little bit more. Good. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to activate your right glute, so your right bum muscle. And we're going to try and activate it a bit more. So I want you to lean forward so your chest reaches down towards the floor. And then I want you to come back up. Okay, so we're just going to lean forward and then come back up. So as you do this, I want you to do, we're going to do 10 reps of this. But I want you to feel like you're standing into that right heel and you're allowing your right toes to be nice and light. And you should start feeling that bum switch on. Can you feel the bum?
Yeah. I could feel it from the first 5 seconds.
Okay, good. We're going to do another. That's good. So we're going to do another 4. Okay, so as you do this, I want you to just feel your hip bones. And I want your hip bones to be level. Good. And I just want you to look at your knee, and check that it's tracking to your second toe. And that your toes are reaching forward. So Pilates is all about rebalancing and realigning the body. Okay, so once more, leaning forward and then coming up. Okay, now we're just going to lean halfway forward. Okay, so that bum will be activated. And we're going to bend our left knee 90 degrees down towards the floor and then extend it into a straight leg. Okay, so we're going to bend and extend. So I want you to breathe as you do this. I know that right glute is firing. We're going to do 8 more from now. 8, 7, so the right knee stays bent. It's just the left leg bending and extending. 6, good, staying slightly forward, sticking the bottom out. Good, 4. Now start thinking about what your tummy muscles are doing and start trying to pull them in. So you're trying to hold everything in but still breathing. 3, 2, you still with me?
Yeah.
Good, 1. And the next time we're going to go halfway down and we're just going to stand into the right heel and we're going to bounce for 10, 9, 8. So we're just coming up a centimetre. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now you're going to drop your left knee all the way down and then stand up. Okay, so we're going to take that left leg back into the lunge and then come up. Good. Then you can start working your arms with it. So it's a bit like a running position. It's a very functional movement. Let's do 7 now. 7, 6, 5, good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Drop that left knee back halfway. We're going to bounce to finish. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up. Good. Give that leg a shake.
Wow, that was tough. Straight in there.
Straight in there, girls. Talk to me. Were you feeling that in your glute, yeah?
Yeah. 100%.
When you- Okay, so what we're also trying to avoid is we don't want to be working into the front of our legs too much here. We're really trying to activate our hamstrings and our glutes. So if you start feeling it in the front, just think more about like sending your chest forward just even more and that bum like lifting even more, okay? So let's do the other leg. So left foot forward this time. Just check your alignment first of all. So hip bones forward, knee above the ankle, toes reaching forward, and just try and drop the shoulders because the shoulders like to lift. Let's start to lean forward. Let's activate the left glute now and then come up. So starting to lean forward and coming up. And also at the same time, try and breathe. Good. Let's do 5 more. So leaning forward. 5. Good. 4. Really nice. 3. 2. Last one. Good. 1. Yeah, good. Now just come that halfway. So you're like on a long diagonal. You're thinking about the back of the head, back of the rib cage, your lower back, your sacrum being in a nice long line, sticking the bottom out a little bit. And then we're going to drop that right knee down halfway and then extend it. Good. For 10, 9, 8, 7. I'm out of breath. 6, 5, 4, 3. Good. 2, 1. Good. Let's hold it down here and we're just going to bounce. It's a little movement. We're standing into that right heel. We're sticking the bottom out. We're holding the abs in. We're dropping the shoulders for another 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's drop the knee all the way down. Stand into the right foot and stand up. Good. Take it back into that lunge and then come up. Good. 9, 8. So we start testing the balance a little bit. 8, 7. Yeah, really nice. 6, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, the bum on fire yet?
Yeah.
1, good, drop it back. We're going to finish with a tiny little bounce for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, go a little lower, 4, 3, 2, 1, come up. Good, shake it out. All good?
Yeah. Sorry if you can hear my knees creaking. Imogen and Sophie have got this all to come.
They've got what?
They've got it all to come.
Okay, guys, we're going to come just to standing again. I'm just going to do a couple of roll downs. So we're going to start to just mobilize the spine, mobilize the body. So just have your feet hip distance apart, toes reaching forward. And we're just literally going to start nodding our head and then starting to roll down. So you feel like you're reaching the crown of the head all the way down to the floor. And then your weight shifts forward into the balls of your feet. Your knees are soft. And then take a breath in at the bottom. And then start to roll back up again. So feel like you're standing into your feet. And then you're stacking one vertebra on top of the other until your head just sits on top of your shoulders and your collarbones come wide. Let's do that again. Some deep breath in. Breathe out. Notice your breastbone softens, your shoulders roll in, they're all relaxed. And then the crown of the head just reaches down. Your weight just gently shifts forward. Good. Take a breath in here. And then breathe out. And just start rolling. So it's like your pelvis is a wheel and you're sending the sit bones down the back of the legs and then restacking the spine and then standing as tall as possible. Good. Okay, on the next one, we're going to go down. We're then going to walk our hands forward and come into a plank position so that our hands are directly underneath our shoulders. Okay, so take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Start rolling down. Find the floor with our hands and then start to walk your hands out in front of you, keeping all 10 fingers spread and your wrists directly underneath your shoulders. Good. And we're just going to hold this position so you feel like you're kind of pressing out of your heels and you're starting to pull your lower abs in. Good. We're just going to hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We're now going to start to reach our left hand up towards the ceiling. So our toes are going to swivel to the left and our left hand is going to reach up. So we come into the side plank position. Yeah? And then our left hand is going to go down. Our feet are going to swivel to the right and our right hand is going to reach up. Good. So we're starting to rotate. So then right hand goes down and then left hand reaches up. Good. We're going to do that 7 more times. 7. Keeping this control. 6. Your feet can swivel. So you kind of turn your feet onto your ankles. So you like roll onto the sides of the feet. Good. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one, good, reach it up and then come back into that high plank position. Good, and so I want you to really sort of press out through your hands. Good, and we're just going to hold this position for another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Your left knee can come down and then your right knee. Good job. Just release the wrists a little bit. Is the heart rate up a bit? You okay?
Yeah.
I really like that spine one.
You like the what?
It's relaxing.
That's good. Okay, on all fours then, we're going to reach our left hand up and just open up in the chest. And then thread our left hand under our right arm and lower our left ear down to the mat. So we're just getting a bit of rotation through the spine. So we're threading the needle, so reaching up and then reaching under our right arm bending our right arm as we go. Just do 2 more like this. Last one, deep breath in. Exhale, under the right arm. Good. Then come back onto all fours. Let's do the other side. So right hand's going to reach up, open up across the chest, and then thread it under your left arm. Your right ear drops to the floor. Good. And again, reaching up, opening up, and then reaching under the left arm. Good. We'll do that again. Just getting that mobilization. Good. And then coming onto all fours. Good job. Have a little wiggle the wrists. Just loosen up in the shoulders. And then what I want you to do is I want you to go over onto your backs. So lying onto your backs. And I want you to take your hands and interlace your fingers and place your hands at the base of your skull with the thumbs running down the back of your neck. So you really feel like you're holding your whole head in your hands and your elbows out wide. Good. So your feet are going to be hip distance apart. Your knees are going to be bent. The soles of the feet are on the mat. Good. And you can just notice how you're lying now. You'll just feel your hands. You'll feel the back of your rib cage. And then you'll notice that there's a little bit of a gap between the mat and your lower back. That's your natural lumbar spine curvature. And then you'll feel your lower back, your sacrum, also resting on the mat. And then the soles of your feet. And then I just want you to notice how you're standing in your feet on the mat, and whether you've got the equal balance all across the balls, all 10 toes, the balls of your feet, your heels. Cool. Okay. Now I just want you to start to reach your elbows up towards the ceiling. And I want you to start to use your hands to lengthen your neck. So you're trying to pull your head out of your shoulders, trying to make that neck as long as possible. I want you to take a deep breath in through the nose now. And then as you breathe out through the mouth, I want you to start to lift your face and your chest up into a seeker. So you feel like you're lifting in an arc into a chest lift, and then lower back down again. I can only see Jade at the moment. So it's making sense. So you lift up as high as you can. So you feel like the bottom of the rib cage, perfect, Jade, and then lower back down. So your head should feel quite heavy. Let's do that. So take a deep breath in, breathe out, feel your face, your chest lift, feel your rib cage come together and your abdomen come flat between your hip bones, and then go back down again. Good. So deep breath in, breathing out, feel your head is heavy, your breastbone softens, moves down to your pelvis, your rib cage comes together, your abs are flat, and then you lower back down. Good job. Okay, on the next one, we're going to come up and we're just going to hold that position. So take a deep breath in, breathe out, start to lift up, come all the way up. And now I just want you to drop your head into your hands. So your eye line is kind of looking to the ceiling. And we're going to do 10 little lifts here. So you're literally just lifting a tiny bit. Okay, so a little pulse. So pulse. So lifting 10, perfect, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can go back down. Good job. Feel okay?
Yeah.
So you'll start to feel that your arms, it's a workout for your arms as well, because our heads are very heavy. And sometimes it's hard to allow ourselves to let our head go. But I want you to just try and let your head really sink into your hands. Okay, now you're going to lengthen your left leg. So your left leg is long and your right knee remains bent, but you're going to come onto the ball of your right foot. So your right heel is lifted. Good. Now we're going to add a little twist. So as we lift, I want you to start lifting up and then rotating so that your left armpit rotates towards your right hip. That's perfect. Really nice. Then come back to center. Good. And go again. So rotate again. Nice. Perfect. As we do this, we're going to do 3 more like this. 3. Hip bones remain level. Good. We think about just the rib cage rotating around the spine. Perfect. And the knees still tracking out of the pelvis. Okay, next one, we're going to come up, we're going to rotate, and we're going to hold, and we're going to do a little pulse here for 10. 9, so a bit like we did, yeah, 8, 7, left armpit to right knee, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back to center and down. Good. Are you feeling that around your rib cage in your abs?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, so now right knee. So the knee that's bent is going to come into what we call a tabletop position in Pilates. So the knee is above the hips. Above the hip. Good. And we're going to do the same. So you're going to lift up and you're going to rotate. Perfect. Towards that knee. And we're going to do that 4 more times. Okay. So breathing in to straighten and then exhale to rotate. 4, 3. Really nice. 2, 1. Good. Now a bit of coordination. Extend the leg as you go back. And then bend the knee as you lift and rotate. Yeah, so nice. So we're going to do that 5 times. 5, 4, inhale, exhale to rotate. 3, 2. On the last one, we're going to lift up. Good. We're going to hold, and we're going to finish with 5 little pulses, and we're done on this side. I know those abs are burning. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Back to center. Down you come and extend that leg. Good. Just let the elbows just open up. Just have a little breather. Imogen and Sophie, I feel like I'm like homing in on Jade a little bit, because Imogen, you're slightly in the dark, so I can't quite see you. I don't know. I think it's the light reflecting, so
Yeah.
you can probably hide with whatever. Yeah. Oh, that's better. That's cool. Perfect. And so I feel like I've got your name on, so I can't quite see you, but I feel like I can see the elbow, so I don't feel like you're all doing the right thing. Let's do the other side. So now it's left knee bent. No, it's not. Yeah, left knee bent. Keep your foot down to begin with, and just lift the left heel so you're on the ball of the left foot. Cool. So use your hands to lengthen your neck. Start to reach your elbows to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in, breathing out, starting to lift up. It's now right armpit towards your left hip bone. Good. So think about that rib cage rotating, and then come back to center as you inhale. And then exhale, lifting up and rotating. Perfect. You're going to do 3 more like that. 3. Really nice, girls. 2. You're so nice to teach. So easy. 1. Good. And then you're going to rotate. And then we're going to do 10 little pulses here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Come back to center and down. Let's float that knee up now so it's above the hip. And take a deep breath in. Breathing out, leaving the head in the hands and lifting up and twisting for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. On the next one, you can extend the left leg as you go back, and then bend it and lift your upper body. Good. We're doing 4 more. 4 So think about that knee just coming so it's on top, stacked on top of the hip. It doesn't come too close towards you. Good. 3, 2, good. 1. Hold this position. Little 10-second pulse to finish. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center and down. You can extend that leg. Good job. You can reach your arms back. Just stretch out as much as possible. You can even take a deep breath in, feel your rib cage flare, feel like you're filling the body up with air, and then just breathe out and just allow everything to just soften down. Good. And then just breathe normally and bring your arms back to wherever feels comfortable. Good job. Okay, guys, we're now going to flip over onto our tummies. And we're just going to now do a little bit of mobilization of the back, but also stretch out the abs after doing that, because I know they'll be feeling a little bit tight. So come onto your tummy, and I want your arms to be out to the side. So it's a bit like a capital E shape. So your elbows are reaching out of your shoulders with your fingertips are reaching out, and all 10 fingers are spread. Good. And your head is down, so your face is down. Good. Looks perfect. Okay. Now I want you to just lift your left leg up away from the mat or the floor, and then feel like I'm pulling it out of your pelvis, and then place it back down. So your leg will just feel like it's about 1 centimeter longer. Okay. Now let's do it with the other leg. So lift it up. Feel like I'm pulling it out, and then place it back down. Perfect. Now I want you to think about your pelvis area, okay? And I want you to feel like you're slightly tilting your pelvis so that you decrease the arch in your lower back. So it's a bit like pushing your pubic bone into the mat and pulling your hip bones up towards your shoulders. And what you'll notice, hopefully, is that your abs start to lift up a little bit. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Does that make sense? So when you completely release everything, you create more of an arch in your lower back. Can you feel that? And that can put quite a lot of load on our lower back. So as soon as we get into that neutral position, so we tilt a little bit forward, you're pulling those abs in, and then we're not putting that load in the lower back. Okay. Then I want you to start by just now bringing your hands, so sliding your hands so that they come underneath. No, we're not. We're going to stay here. We're just going to lift. Okay, so I want you to start to lift your face and your chest and your arms up away from the mat. Good. So you're still looking down. You've got that length through to the crown of the head. That's perfect. So take a breath in, and then as you breathe out, you lift up. Good. And we're still keeping those arms in that capital E position. Good. On the next one, I want you to take a breath in, breathe out, and lift. And then I want you to start to rotate. So we start lifting our left arm up towards the ceiling and taking our eye line up to the left, and our right arm drops down. So we're rotating around. Good. And then we come back through center. And then as our left arm drops, our right arm reaches up, and we look out to the right-hand side. Good. And then coming back to center, and then lowering down. How does that feel? Because I'm often, like, we're using different postural muscles, which I'm guessing you work a lot in netball, but sometimes they're like new muscles. Do you work these muscles in when you're doing your training, or?
Yeah, we do a lot of shoulder passes, but a lot of us use one arm a lot more than the other, so it's just really nice to go to that other side.
Go the other way. Yeah. Let's do the other side. So do the other way now. So go back onto your front. Just think of that setup position. So legs are long, pubic bone pressing down, pulling those abs up. Then deep breath in, breathing out, lifting face, chest, upper body up. And then we're going to go the other way. So we're going to rotate the other way. Good, as much as possible. Perfect. Really nice. And then starting to come back into the center and then rotating the other way. Good. And then coming back into the center, just holding that position. And then we're going to really slowly lower down all the way down. Really nice. Perfect. Now I just want you to bring your arms back behind you by your sides. And I just want you to look out to the side. I want your heels to just drop out. And I just want you to just release everything. Just lie there for a moment. Good. And just take a couple of deep breaths.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Best part of the session.
There's less burn than before.
And then I want you just to sit back onto your heels now. So you go into a child pose position. So you're literally just sitting back and reaching your arms forward. You can deepen the stretch a little bit by taking your knees out wide and then reaching forward. And as you do this, I want you now to take a really deep breath in and feel like you're breathing into the whole part of every part of your body. So fill the body with oxygen. And I want you to breathe out, really deep breath out through the mouth. Okay, I want you to do that again. So breathe in, feel the whole body, feel your rib cage expand, the sides, the back, the front, and then breathe out and let it all just close down. Good. Once more, take a deep breath in, feel everything expand, and then breathe out. Good. Now I just want you to walk your hands back towards your knees. And then I want you to tuck your toes under you and come back so that you're just on the balls of your feet. You're just like kind of just in a crouch position. Good. And then I want you to send your heels down to the floor and start to extend your legs. And just hold this position just for a moment and just bend one knee and then the other. Alternate knees just for 5, just to get that stretch down the back of the body. Feel your weight forward in the balls of your feet. Good. Just think about your spine being as long as possible, your arms being as soft as possible beside you. And then I want you to take a deep breath in, breathe out, and start to roll all the way up so that you come back to standing, nice and tall. Good. And then I just want you to open up your shoulders. I want you to wiggle in the knees. Take a deep breath in, lift your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale and roll them down the back of your rib cage. And again, take a breath in, lift them up to your ears. Take them round and down. Once more, lift them up and hold them up. Hold them up, hold them up, hold them up, and then just let them drop. So they're really heavy. And then have a little wiggle. And then, girls, we are done.
Oh, amazing.
That was great. Thank you.
Yeah, I feel great now.
Yay! I feel like that 30 minutes went so fast.
Yeah,
it
we just started. Oh, thank
Was
you.
it, I mean, in terms of what you do regularly, was it quite different or?
Yeah,
we do a lot of yoga, so it was kind of a mixture between yoga and like abs conditioning kind of thing. So it was quite good.
Yeah. And like, do you do things like obviously like lunges, squats, but maybe you do them quicker? Do you do because you're, or would you? Do them
like in our warm up? We've always got like lunge across half the core and lunge back, but it's nice to kind of do it a bit slower and like try and do it perfect rather than like go as fast as you can. So,
yeah. And then like obviously because you have to be really agile, like things like jumping, and do you do a lot of that kind of thing? I mean,
yeah, all the time, and like a lot of balance stuff, like hopping from one foot to the other, just to make sure like our ankles and knees are all protected and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it'd be really good to like do a few of those things before and after sessions, like taking little bits out.
Yeah. Because also, so with Pilates, you're working all the stabilizing muscles. So obviously for like jumping and stuff, they're actually stabilizing all your joints, so your knees and your pelvis and your shoulders, and like, so actually, and then to get them like activated, even like doing 10 minutes of like just trying to like switch on all those little intrinsic muscles is like, could be really beneficial.
Yeah. I think it definitely helps, like pre-training, pre-games, just turn everything on.
Yeah. It's always like it's like time though, isn't it? It's like, oh God. and then also, so warm down, like flexibility wise, yoga, like, so yoga is something that you guys all do. And is that also for mindfulness as well? Do you do it for like mental, like?
Yeah, it's kind
of side of things,
everything really. Recovery mainly, because obviously we're travelling to and from London and we were going to and from Wakefield, so kind of stretching the body out, a bit of mindfulness and flexibility, really.
Nice.
And a bit of team connection as well.
You what? Sorry?
And a bit of team connection as well, because we all do it together. So
that's really nice. Really nice. Oh, and like everything's like back to like you're able to like, how was it all during the pandemic? Like, were you guys carrying on training at home and stuff? And then when were you able to reconnect and like all start training together again?
Yeah, we had about 3 months of the lockdown. Then we were really lucky about June, July time. We've got to start training again. So we've just been really lucky that we've had such a long period of time where we can like go and do our jobs, and it was just like seeing each other was so nice. And even like the horrible things like court sprints up and down, we were just loved it.
You're like,
just happy to be there. Which never happens.
We were just excited to see a court at one point.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice. It's been a crazy year, but I'm really happy to hear that. But I suppose as well, like, you know, with sport you can be outside as well. And if you're meeting in the summer, but this is going to be really good to hear. I'm glad about that.
Yeah, and all like grassroots netball has just started up again in like the last few weeks. So I think stuff like this, like the lunges and stuff like injury prevention, is like really important. Not just to go like full throttle back into everything, but just like build a way back up. Like we spent about 6 weeks building back up to doing like full match play. So that was really important, just to take it slow at first.
Did you get sent like programs to do then when you were meant to like off, or was it pretty much like go and have a good break and reset, or was it just varied, like depending on what you wanted to do?
No, we were following a program that was set by our S&C coach, so we were all doing the training that we would have done as in our teams, but we were all doing it at home, and we had a lot of Zoom sessions, so they were good because it meant that we were like with each other during the session. So that's good.
Yeah, because that's the other thing. It's like keeping the motivation up, isn't it? When you don't have each other, it's like, oh God.
Yeah, doing sessions together on Zoom was so much better.
Yeah.
Little competitions, ab competitions at the end of sessions and stuff. So that really got us working really hard and stuff. So yeah,
that's really good. I love that. Oh, well, like girls, thank you so much for joining. Really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And for anyone who's joined us today, I hope you've all enjoyed it. I do have an online, all my Pilates, like since the pandemic, has all gone online now. So I'm in my studio now, but I still haven't reopened it. I'm not entirely sure when I'm going to, but all my sessions, I've got 200 plus videos on my website, and I've created, so there's calendars every month for like, there's beginners, intermediate, advanced, there's stuff for athletes, there's stuff for prenatal, there's stuff for postnatal. At the moment we're doing an 8-week summer countdown challenge, so every day there's a new video. I like film myself in the studio. I'm sometimes live, sometimes it's on demand, but my subscriptions are literally £20 a month, and you have access to everything. I also have a nutritionist, so if anyone ever wants to sign up and get involved, then I'm also offering a 10% discount through the netball. There's a netball code. I think it's LB Netball. It's on your, God, I should know this. I think it's LB Netball 10 is the discount code. So anyone who's following, you can sign up anytime, and you've got 14 days free trial. And you can always email me with any questions, which is louise@lbpilates.net. So please, for anyone, check it out. But guys, like, thank you so much for joining. And if you ever want to do some more Pilates, then give me a
I've got the
shout.
book now.
Absolutely.
We'll be joining the
I'll be
beginners
your next Zoom if ever there's a time where you need like some new Zoom moves. I can come and coach.
We'd love that.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, it does.
All right, girls. Well, thanks, and hopefully see you again soon. And good luck with the season.
Thanks, Louise, and hi
Thank
to
you.
everyone watching. Hope you're
Bye.
well.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.